I guess huge shout out to my buddy Dakota for giving me this opportunity to try out this particular plate carrier with also this placard that he has on here. What we have here is the Parashooter Gear Dagger and Parashooter Gear Volk. Just know if you go to look these up, they are actually now known as Wetwrx, and there is a Gen 2 as far as the plate carrier and an updated placard as far as the Volk is concerned. But caution, trigger warning for those of you who don't like 2R2s or mag changes and everything, because we're about to possibly break the YouTube AI, and I'm going to do a buttload of mag changes just to go ahead and test out this placard and as well as a few other things to check out this particular plate carrier.
Got your rolls for 13.9. Confirmed, and they're going to email you a copy.
All right, guys, let's go ahead and wrap this up. Wetwrx actual Dagger plate carrier and Volk placard. If you want the shortened version, I like both of these. Both of these things are awesome. If you want a more in-depth version, go ahead and stick around. I'll go ahead and give you my opinion on both of these. All right, let's go ahead and start off with the Volk placard. What is the Volk placard? It is a method for you to actually hold magazines, and it's primarily designed for AK-47s, but it can be used for other platforms as well. My entire time using this thing, I was using it on a plate carrier and everything, but know that it also has methods to attach it to a harness, X or H, so you can also use this thing as a chest rig. As far as the plate carrier is concerned, it does have a Velcro backer to help aid in a second point of contact to remain secured to your plate carrier. My experience with this particular placard has been pleasant. There was a few things I think I would have liked changed to make it more suited towards me, but obviously it's not designed for me. It's designed for the end users, being me, you, and everyone else. As far as the things I would have liked to see done a little bit differently, is I am a fan of speed reloads, which is not everything, but it would be nice if the actual overall height of the pouch was possibly a little bit lower, just giving me a little bit more to grab onto. I don't know. personally, that's just my opinion on it and everything. Know that this one actually has the old system, which is kind of copied off the Chicom, old Chinese chest rig and everything. And with that, I did mess with it a little bit. As far as securing your mag with a flap, just in case you're airborne or clumsy and are prone to falling and stuff, and you don't want to risk losing a mag or anything, that helps. Actually, that definitely aids in retention and everything. And as far as access, while that flap is over and secured, I have zero issues with pulling that actual bungee cord and gaining access to my mag. The only issue I found with that is if I wanted to put that flat back down while maintaining control of my firearm or something, trying to do it in one-handed, I just struggled and never did actually was able to get that back on and everything. Let's see. Just know that the new one, I want to say there's not much changes except for on the newer one. I want to say that it's only fast sex buckles, and that it also has a Velcro flap. Me personally, I have a ton of experience with the Velcro style of magazine pouches, and I have zero issues with those, and I do like those, that method of a pouch and retention and everything like that. Let's see, hopefully I'm not missing anything. During my run, I went ahead and changed this up a little bit. I did actually pull out one of my mags, and I had a Glock 19 installed in there, and then actually just had this actually come down and help keep it secured. Had zero issues with retention of the actual pistol while during that run. And let's see, I want to say that just about almost covers everything. I did try a few other things. Know that a 20 round mag, AK mag, in my opinion, even though it does work, you're like fishing in there to try to get that sucker out of there and everything. If you're predominantly an AR-15 guy, this thing would work. It's not the one I would recommend. You can see that the mag drops completely almost flush in there. So once again, you're trying to fish that sucker out. But if you are going to get this one and you're 50-50 AK AR-15 guy, you might want to get some Ranger poles or something like that on there just to give you something to actually grab onto. Now, let's say you're a huge fan of the Chicom style, but you're predominantly an AR-15 guys. You could obviously fix this also with getting like some foam or styrofoam, whatever. You cut out a little square rectangular section down to fit in here and just push that down. And once you do that, then with whatever size you put in there, then it'll help hold it up at a more accessible height and everything. If I didn't say it yet, I never did try this in a chest rig, so I have zero experience with that. I do have access to the Wetwrx Type 86M. If you want me to do a review on that, please let me know down in the bottom. My buddy had gave me that and this at the same time, and I chose to work on this one and gave that one back already. But if I have enough people down below telling me they want to hear my opinion on the Type 86M, I'll go ahead and ask them for that back and try to get some footage out on that with some initial thoughts and everything. But the color, let's jump into the color. Color is Flecktarn. That color is awesome. My buddy's a huge fan of Flecktarn. A lot of his stuff is in that pattern. Just know currently right now, Wetwrx is primarily doing multicam, Ranger Green, AOR1, and AOR2. I did not click on every single thing, but on everything I did click on, I did not see Flecktarn anywhere in there. Hopefully Wetwrx, hey, you'll bring Flecktarn back as well as some of those other camo patterns. But no, hey, I'm happy no matter what, because I would love a Ranger Green complete setup. But I think I might have hit everything on that. Price, $95. $95 is what the Volk is going for right now. Let's go ahead and move on. Okay, moving on to the plate carrier. Let's see. This is the Parashooter Gear Dagger plate carrier. They are now known as Wetwrx, and they no longer have this one. It is the Dagger 2. So if you didn't already notice some subtle differences, they no longer have the Flecktarn. At least right now they don't. And then also now they have a patch section here for your patches and identifiers, and also some additional routing capabilities up along the side here for comms and hydration hoses and stuff like that. So they've definitely done some upgrades. I don't have any experience with that. But as far as the setup that I do have experience with, I wanted to go ahead and talk on behalf of that. Let's see. The plate carrier bags themselves, I find them extremely comparable to Spirit Systems LV119. Even the method of attachment for your bags and stuff, for your plates and everything, it looks like they copied each other as far as the actual Velcro or the plate retention and everything. This one here has IA immediate action armor level 4 plates in there, and its method of attachment has been more than enough to keep them secure in the limited amount of time I've had this. I've only been using this one for a week now, so take that into consideration. But as far as to be able to offer my opinion, as far as comfort and everything like that, I went ahead and went out on a run with it. Did a hill run. It was just under 3.5 miles or something like 3.47, and found this sucker extremely comfortable and ran it exactly how you see it here. But I also had the Volk placard on there, and I had a Baofeng right here, and then I had my Glock 19 in this pouch here, and was able to complete that run with zero issues. I've had some plate carriers in my past experience that, man, those suckers were uncomfortable, especially as you start adding weight and try to go on a run or anything like that, or IMT or anything of that nature. With its elastic cummerbund, it definitely aided in the comfort and allowing it to have capability to breathe with me as my heart rate increased and everything like that. There's not a whole much I could say, on the plate carrier front and rear panel, other than that, in my opinion, they did a good job on it, and it's definitely comfortable. Your experience may vary based off of what plates you put in it and everything. I don't think I've shown it yet. They have an option for the rear plate bag carrier, whatever, slick or with molly. And this one here, we have molly on it. I did not use the molly attachment to add any accessories, but between the front and rear plate carriers, as far as overall comfort's concerned, I have zero complaints. Went on a run with it for that week. I was utilizing it to drive to and from work and everything, and found it extremely comfortable to include in the vehicle in that seated position and everything. As far as the increase of the heart rate, I believe elastic cummerbunds always aid to that. They don't help the most for once you start to really weigh it down, but for definitely having a highly active use form and everything, definitely am a fan of the elastic ones. But let's go ahead and get into pros and cons and everything. These shoulder pads, it's a pro that it comes with it, and they remind me of the Spiritus Systems trifold, which is what I have on my plate carrier. Let's see if I can't take one of these off real quick. So it's cool that it comes with it. And this thing, man, it reminds me exactly of the Spiritus Systems trifold. But then what they did is they added on some additional actual padding onto that. And that sucker is huge. Holy cow, did that add to the comfort of wearing this sucker. Now, that's the pro. The con is I can't see on their site these sold separate, because otherwise I would totally buy them and throw them on my Spiritus Systems plate carrier. The other con is, let's start off with this part here. After a couple days, I thought I figured it out and had a little trick, but sometimes when I throw this sucker on, it'll be folded under. Primarily, I've only ever had it where only one was folded under. I've never experienced it where it was shit and had both folded under. But I found is I fished through mine and everything, is I would make sure I have a thumb under each of them when I fish through it and everything, to where all I then have to do is make sure that the front one is not folded or to unfold it. Also during my run, at one point I just noticed that it kind of started to get uncomfortable. And what I had found was that these are capable of sliding and everything, is that one of them, it slid all the way to the back as far as it could. Good note, I just had to reach up and pull them forward and everything. But if I own this sucker, after having some time behind it and making sure the adjustments are correct and everything, easy fix in my opinion is I would just take 100-mile-an-hour tape right here and here, just secure that sucker in the place where it needs to be, so then I won't have to worry about one, the flaps getting tucked under, or that stupid thing sliding on me and everything. Let's see, we're gonna break real quick because I've done this before and it timed out and didn't record everything. Give me 1 second. All right, you guys, cummerbund. Don't know if I've been all over the place. I don't know if I even covered this yet. Really basic as far as the front. I'm not going to really get into it. That's the majority of this style of cummerbund on how it affixes and everything. But another pro, I'm a fan of this. The Spiritus System ones, man, if you own one, the adjustment to fit you freaking sucks. Thankfully, I got mine right the first time. I've never had to readjust it, and I have mine adjusted to where I do my adjustment in the front as far as when I'm layering and everything like that, from summer to winter and everything. But I've also noticed with that one, it kind of leaves a very small bulge here that in the vehicle I don't really feel. But if I'm on like sitting in a like a hard chair or anything like that, I feel that sucker, and it's freaking annoying. So it's kind of like a hot spot or whatever. This one is smooth, and if you look in the actual description, I think it's like in the first couple sentences, simple and lightweight. Exactly that. So as far as for your adjustment, man, you just lift that flap up here and you just pull that thing in or out to fit yourself and everything. I found that thing was extremely convenient. I'm a huge fan of that. And as far as this possibly getting snagged open and these coming out or anything, I'm very limited time with this thing. And the closest I could get to as far as that possibly getting snagged is I did a lot of work in the car and everything like that. And never once did I have this ever get snagged in the car to where I could hear it ripping on the Velcro or lifting this up, possibly pulling that out or anything. So huge fan of that. Kudos on that. Definitely better, in my opinion, over the Spirit Systems LV119. You know, the cummerbund, I don't know if I'm gonna really talk about it. This is the older cummerbund, and you know, they have a new one out now, freaking bug, which is nothing like this one. If I remember correctly, this middle section is supposed to be for like side plate armor and everything like that, where the new one is kind of the same as what everyone else is doing, where it'll have 4 AR-15 size little pockets and everything. I used a bunch like that, and I'm definitely a fan of those. But if you want my opinion on this one, I did not use it for side plates. I did try to stick a, what is it, North American Rescue IPOC in there. Did not fit. I did drop a quick clot, and I was getting ready to try a 4-inch ETD, an Israeli. Never did get to that. It just felt like as I was starting to put everything in, like I would possibly lose it. So didn't miss with that. All my boys that, I don't have anyone who actually trains with me. I'm always out here alone. Whenever my boys are home from Alaska, they're really the only ones who I ever train with. So I didn't try these rear ones because I could not reach it. So I didn't bother even trying to mess with it or train with it, as that's for somebody else, I would say, to hold stuff for others or for others to grab for you when in need. The front one I did use, and that's, I really like this idea. That thing is really cool. Unfortunately, it's not on the new cummerbund, but I did use that for 2 different Baofangs, a UV5R, and I also have another one that's slightly larger. I don't remember what size it is, but both of those fit. Also was able to fit a tourniquet in there. It's nice to have that to kind of help protect it from the sun and elements and give us some extra added security. Also tried an AR-15 30-round mag in there. Didn't like it. I did not get out and train with it, but coming up to support, I had it on my left side and like shoulder a rifle and everything, I was feeling it rub on the inside of my bicep. A 20-round AR-15 mag, I did like that one, if that's what you were going to use it for. And I think that's it as far as what I tried in there. Despite it doesn't have mesh, after that run, I was extremely surprised on how quickly it dried. But other than that, I think I covered everything. Hopefully I didn't miss anything. Hopefully they'll bring Flecktarn back, as well as some of those other crazy camo patterns they used to have back in the day. But overall, I'm a huge fan of the Dagger plate carrier and Volk placard. I hope this little video can help you guys if any of you are looking into getting one of these and are, you know, just any of the opinions I had offered right now helps you aid in your decision to get one. All right, guys. Thank you and have a good day.